Tyler Henry alongside you. You are just in time for our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Brought to you today, this doubleheader between Bennington and Ell-Saline, courtesy of the good folks at Bennington State Bank. Got a good one, a good pair of games for you today, and we are right into the action with the first pitch, which is in there for a called strike to Grace Heil. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup for the Ell-Saline Lady Cardinals, who come into this game at 6-10 on the year. The Lady Cards will have Heil, the shortstop, leading it off, then third baseman Aubrey Stout, right fielder Aaliyah Allen, as that ball fouled off down the right side. Batting in the cleanup spot, it's the starting catcher Brett Hecker. Then first baseman Bristol Ayers, pitcher Callie Bradley, DP Alana Hyman, center fielder Riley Johnson, and left fielder Ashley Ruiz Torres. Brings up the caboose of the lineup for Ell-Saline today. Isabel Porter, the second baseman, is the flex for the Lady Cards. Another hot shot down the line, and it's been raining. It'll continue to rain off and on throughout the course of these games. Conditions pretty cool, about 65 degrees here at first pitch between the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Bulldogs. Heil digs back in, 0-2 the count, pitch on the way. And a big swing and a miss, a good start here to the outing on the other side here for Bennington's starting pitcher, Haley Blake, who gets right into it with a strikeout to start things off. Taking you around the horn, taking a look at the Bennington defense. Riley Benin is your starting catcher today, catching for Haley Blake. Meanwhile, you've got Addison Gillett over at first, as a first pitch strike taken here at the knees. At second base out in the field, it's Gracie Caswell, third baseman Brooklyn Clark, shortstop Brooklyn Merck. And the outfield consists of Kayla Nisbeth out in left, Mara Pickering in center, and Altanoon in right. This ball popped up in the air, should stay on the infield, and it's hauled in for the second out of the inning. Aubrey Stout, an early infield pop out, and that will turn things here to Aaliyah Allen. Bit of an early start here at about 2:55. Late in the year, it's already May. Crazy as that may seem, as this attempted bunt finds its way back to the backstop. But just a couple of weeks, and we're going to be talking about regional softball and baseball happening in our area. Some very good teams that we expect to make runs, including this Bennington softball squad. They come in 14-2, and they are riding a 12-game winning streak into this two-game set. Here it's an 0-1 count, pitch on the way, another ball shot near the Ell-Saline dugout. Lady Cardinals under the instruction of longtime head coach Chris Bell. On the other side, Bennington is led by April Siskowski, who is not in attendance today, but has some other exciting things going on. We'll talk about that throughout the course of the broadcast. In the meantime, it's an 0-2 pitch. It's just off the plate. And the count goes to 1-2 strikes. Back in and at the ready. 1-2 offering, misses inside, so outside and then in. And the count is even at 2-2. Haley Blake just looking to settle in here, trying to record a 1-2-3 inning to start things off. Here comes the 2-2. That one fouled away, a good spoil job by Aaliyah Allen. Allen this season hitting 200, 3 hits for her on the campaign, including 1 RBI and 3 runs scored. Does have 8 strikeouts to no walks, looking to avoid the K column here. Blake trying to pick one up. Brings home the second 2-2 of the AB. And this time she got her. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning to start off this game. We will step away when we come back. We've got more of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you today by the Bennington State Bank.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Back to high school softball action. Coverage presented here today by the Bennington State Bank. Also want to throw a shout out to our good friends over at Tri-Valley Schools for helping bring you coverage of today's doubleheader. A reminder, we'll have coverage of both. And correction on my part, Twin Valley Schools. That's Twin Valley Schools. Small classes, big opportunities in both Bennington and Tesket. Also, make plans to join Bennington State Bank this Friday at their Minneapolis branch for their customer appreciation picnic from 11 to 1. Everyone is welcome, and lunch is on them. Swing by for a free barbecue lunch, giveaways, and fun with friends. Back to work, and a first pitch swinging, taking it up the middle for a lead-off single. That didn't take long. Gracie Caswell jumps on the very first pitch that she sees and rips it up the middle for a lead-off single. Let's go ahead and run you through the Bennington Lady Bulldog lineup. Gracie Caswell leads things off. She'll be followed by shortstop Brooklyn Merck, then starting catcher Riley Benin, third baseman Brooklyn Clark in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's the left fielder Kaylin Isbeth, then first baseman Addison Gillett, pitcher Haley Blake, center fielder Mara Pickering, and DP Claire Sanger. And in the flex spot, you've got Alta Noon, who will play defensively out in right field. Good start to the contest here. Again, Bennington, a team that has not been shy about putting runs on the board this season. They've scored 201. And here, this one taken out into shallow right field. Allen in on it, will make the catch. And a fly out to right will be the first out here of the inning. But to go back and finish that thought, Bennington this year has a plus 173 run differential. They've outscored their opponents 201 to 28 on the year. Riley Benin the next to grab a bat here for the Lady Bulldogs. On the other side, Ell-Saline, they've scored a ton of runs, 154 to be exact. But they've been outscored 154 to 189. Runner goes, or fakes the go there. Saw Gracie Caswell, thought about it. She'll hold up and stay where she's at there at first base. Out in the field, let's take you around the horn. Brett Hecker gets the start behind the dish. It'll be Ayers at first, Porter at second, Heil at short, and Stout at third. The outfield from left to right, Ruiz, Torres, Johnson, and Allen. This pitch is in the dirt, stopped there by Hecker. And the count will stay here at 1-1. Bennington good all the way through the lineup. Go back and look at some of their recent work. I mentioned they were on a 12-game win streak coming into these games. Next pitch fouled back to the screen here, but to go back and look at some of the scores, 21-4 and 18-3 over Harrington, 20-1 and 16-2 over Republic County, 10-0 and 18-2 over a very good Mound Ridge team, and then back-to-back 15-0 sweeps of Marion. So a Bennington squad that's had it together early this season. They come out today in the dark gray jerseys, black pinstripes, dark gray numerals trimmed in white. High pitch. Misses there, and just like that, the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Callie Bradley working from the circle here for Ell-Saline. We'll get into her numbers and body of work this season. Bradley making her 15th appearance of the year. This will be her 8th start of the season. 2-2 misses high, and the count is full. Callie Bradley this year, a 3-5 record, an 8.19 ERA, a 2.72 whip, 28 strikeouts to 41 walks and 13 hit batters. Opponents batting .350 on the year against Bradley. Payoff pitch on the way. That'll miss in the dirt. It will get by, and it will allow Riley Benin to take first. It'll move Gracie Caswell up to second. Our new image audio keys to the game going to be similar to what they were in the last doubleheader we covered earlier this week, and that came with Ell-Saline taking on Sacred Heart in Salina. Really, it comes down to not getting up the free base runners. That's been a big bugaboo this year for this Ell-Saline team as this pitch is fouled away by Brooklyn Clark. You look at the total numbers on the year, and that really has been the main area of struggle for Ell-Saline as they have a 10.5 team ERA. They've also given up 84 walks and 48 hit batters over the course of their first 16 games this season. First two pitches missing out of the zone. The count does go to 1-1 as Clark fouled the first pitch off. Brooklyn Clark in the cleanup spot, looking for a good pitch to drive. She found it. That ball on a line out to deep left center field. It gets down. One run getting cut around the corner. They're going to go ahead and wave Riley Benin. The throw to the plate not in time. Cut off. Throw to third also not in time. That gets into left field, and here comes Brooklyn Clark. Throw to the plate. Tag not applied. And it's an inside the park home run for Brooklyn Clark. Boy, that looked like a pretty solid throw. It probably would have got her, but no tag put onto Clark as she skips home. And 3 runs on the board to start this game here for Bennington. And actually, officially, you got to rule that as a triple for Clark. Actually, it's a double for Clark. And then she comes in, but one way or another, squaring to bunt, pulling it back here is Kayla Nisbeth. Two RBI attached to Clark, and then she comes in on what you got to rule as an E1. Nisbeth looking to restart the party, takes the first 2 pitches up, and she will watch another go by as the count to 2 balls and no strikes. 1 gone in the inning, a Caswell single, a Benin walk, and then the 2 RBI double for Brooklyn Clark. 2-0. Also up and outside, and the count to 3 balls and no strikes. Looks like the rain's dropped off a little bit, at least for now. Expecting scattered showers throughout the course of this doubleheader. Everybody here hoping to stay dry. The good folks of Bennington helping us stay dry. As the 3-0, that's up and out. And Nisbeth will take a 4-pitch walk to turn things over to Addison Gillett. Gillett at the ready, and we got to say just a massive thank you to the Benin family for helping us out. We got a tent here in Bennington. Did not expect that courtesy to be extended. First pitch up. Runner holding up at first, but staying dry for now. Well, I'm staying dry. Brian Dennett, our poor camera operator, going to do his best to battle the elements up there in the stands. Callie Bradley's first pitch up and out. 1 ball, no strikes to Addison Gillett. Runner aboard at first. She'll square to bunt, pulls it back. It's outside. Runner goes down to second, and she is in safely. So give Kayla Nisbeth a steal of second, and that will keep it with a runner in scoring position here for Addison Gillett. Gillett looking to extend what has already been a solid start here for Bennington in their half of the first. The 2-0 is lifted up. It should stay on the infield. Grace Heil tracking over. It'll be Porter who makes the catch, and it's 2 gone here in the first. So Haley Blake comes to bat next. A chance to help her own cause here. As Blake, the pitcher of record, she's been given some run support, a chance to perhaps earn some more for herself. First pitch to Blake, lifted up out to shallow center field, but it's falling fast, and the runner never stopped. Kayla Nisbeth turned the corner and comes in to score. So give an RBI single to Haley Blake, and the lead is 4-0 here for the Lady Bulldogs. Just a bloop single out into right center, and a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher. That will be Olivia Hodges in to run for Haley Blake. So it's Hodges at first, Mara Pickering at the plate. First pitch to Pickering, it's in the dirt, you see there. Not afraid to threaten as Hodges gets off the bag a little bit, but she will stay in her spot. 1-0, Bradley will bring it home. That one misses high, and the count to 2-0. For Bennington, our new image audio keys to the game, just got to keep it rolling. I mean, you look at this team and the plus 173 run differential, just got to approach this game like any other. 3-0 misses up high, and the count 3 balls, no strikes on Pickering, who also runs with good speed. And then, of course, you've got Claire Sanger, the DP, in the 9-hole. She's in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. It's high, ball 4. And another 4-pitch walk, this time to Mara Pickering. We'll put 2 aboard for Claire Sanger. Sanger, the DP today. Mentioned the flex is all to noon for this Bennington squad. 2 aboard, top of the order, looming here. First pitch lifted up to deep center, but Johnson back on it will make the catch, and that will end the first inning, but not before the Lady Bulldogs put 4 on the board. They take a 4-0 lead. We're back with more. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you today by Bennington State Bank.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps road.
First pitch swung on and taken to short, but a good play there by Brooklyn Merck gets Brett Hecker speeding down the line. I've already brought up some of the weather conditions here. The wind today is blowing more or less straight in, so that'll make it tough for right and left-handed hitters all the like. 1 gone in the inning for Haley Blake. First pitch here misses high to the next batter, Bristol Ayers. It'll be Brett Hecker, Bristol Ayers, and Callie Bradley. The 3 here to lead things off for the Lady Cardinals as sprinkles continue to come down on us here. Big swing and a miss pulls the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Another inning for Haley Blake after the 1-2-3. Picked up a pair of strikeouts and really made it look relatively easy, at least through the top of the lineup. Here she gets a pitch that'll miss on the inner half, and the count goes to 2-1. Bristol Ayers this season has put together a very impressive campaign. Ayers batting .377, slugging .491. She's got 20 hits, the 3rd best mark on the team. Here, though, cuts through a pitch and falls behind as the count goes even at 2-2. Feel like conditions like this certainly favor the pitcher. Blake brings it home. This ball hit on a line, but foul. And things stay right where they're at here with a 2-ball and 2-strike count to Bristol Ayers, trying to be the first base runner today here for this Ell-Saline squad. Nothing too much to worry about, but 2-2 is popped up. That'll stay on the infield, charging in and making the catch is Brooklyn Merck, and it's 2 gone here in inning number 2. So that'll flip it here to Callie Bradley, the starting pitcher today. Bradley has put together a good year at the plate, .292 average, 7 hits, 4 driven in, 6 runs scored. She's also walked 4 times compared to just the 6 strikeouts. First pitch to her right down the pipe. I think maybe just wanted to see one against Haley Blake, and now she has. Blake back up to work here. She will bring home the 0-1 and gets a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2 here on Bradley. Like I said, Bradley does not strike out often, only 6 times this season, in a pretty large sample size of at-bats. 0-2, smacked to second. Caswell in on it, flips to first, and that will wrap up the second inning, or at least the top half of it. We'll take a step away. When we come back, it's more of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's presented today by Bennington State Bank.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at the ballpark as we go to the home half of inning number 2. The Bennington Lady Bulldogs leading the way. They've got a 4-0 lead, and the top of the lineup to pick things up. It'll be Gracie Caswell, Brooklyn Merck, and Riley Benin, who led off the first inning with a single, a fly out to right, and a walk respectively. Lady Bulldogs did strand 2. They're back out to face another inning of Callie Bradley. For Bradley, first time through the order, gave up the 3 walks, the 3 hits. That led to 4 runs, including a couple of big RBI. Good looking pitch in there for a strike. Bradley with the drop ball induces the watch there from Gracie Caswell. She'll have to be cautious here. The 1-2 on its way. That one misses high, and the count goes even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Would love to tell you more about this Lady Bulldog lineup. Unfortunately, of the 10 teams we cover, the only one with a locked stat link on Game Changer. As this pitch misses outside and the count goes full. What I can tell you is they've been very good as a team. Going back to that big number, 16 games, 201 runs scored, only 28 allowed. Ball chopped hard down the third base line, but it's a foul ball, and we will do it again with another 3-2 count here. Bradley doing a good job of hanging tough, and for the most part, trusting in her defense and their ability to pick up some outs. That's going to continue to be a point of contention throughout the course of the day. Payoff pitch, that one misses, and it's a leadoff walk issued to Caswell. Puts a runner aboard here with nobody out for Brooklyn Merck. Merck trying to pick it up after flying out to right field her first time up. Great chance to do a little damage here with a runner on base. First pitch to her. Good in there for a called strike. Easy enough work. Aggressive on the first pitch for Bradley. And you feel like she's going to need a little bit more of that. Can't be afraid to challenge the hitter. Brings it home. That one misses high and inside. Also wonder who we'll see in game number 2. Will it be Aubrey Stout? Probably be Aubrey Stout, but you never know. Just a few weeks left in the regular season for all of the teams that we cover, including both Ell-Saline and Bennington. 1-1 is popped foul. Back to the screen here. And the count 2-1 and 2. Opportunities abound for this Bennington team. Still trying to inch their way closer and closer to a better seeding at regionals. This ball slapped into left field. That's a knock for Brooklyn Merck. And Merck aboard here on her second AB of the day. That will succeed in moving Caswell up to second and brings up Riley Benin, who walked on 5 pitches her first time up back in the first inning. Benin digs in here. 1 for 1 with a run scored in this one. First pitch to her misses high, and it'll start 1-0. This Bennington lineup looking for another chance to pounce after plating 4 runs in that first inning. Nothing across just yet. This one misses up and out as well, and the count goes to 2-0. Lady Bulldogs with Benin back in the box. Brooklyn Clark, who basically hit the inside the park home run, is in the on-deck circle. This one chopped foul down the line, back to the dugout on the Bennington side, and the count to 2-1. Don't forget, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1, we will be bringing you live coverage of Game 2 right here on this same link. Both games brought to you today by Bennington State Bank. The 2-1. That ball lifted up, drifting down the line. It will find its way into foul territory. Allen did good to chase it, but could not run it down. And the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Riley Benin. Bradley back in the circle, brings it home. Misses high, and the count is full. And I think maybe for the first time in my professional career, the raindrops that are making their way inside the tent are washing away some of my stats. So I can no longer tell you how many RBI Ell-Saline have this year or what their team ERA is. Payoff pitch misses upstairs. That is another walk for Riley Benin, and the bases are loaded for Brooklyn Clark. Last time up, Brooklyn Clark smashed one into the gap in left center field. It was a 2 RBI double, and then she advanced to third and then came in to score on a throwing error. First pitch to her, it's upstairs. She wanted it. Could not quite come up with it, and the count begins at 0-1. Throughout the course of the day, we'll also have updates on scores happening around our area, including a baseball doubleheader between Ell-Saline and Bennington that's happening just across the way. Caswell aboard at third. Brooklyn Merck at first. Benin at first. Brooklyn Merck at second. 0-1, lifted way up. Drifting out is Grace Heil, and she will glove it for the first out of the inning. And that's a big one for Ell-Saline to get, as they are able to record an out without having to trade it for a run. So now it falls to Kaylee Nisbeth. Nisbeth also reached on a walk. She stole second, came in to score on the RBI single, smacked in by Haley Blake. First pitch to her, misses up and away, and the count starts 1-0. Free base runners have been the order of the day. 6 walks already through the first 2 innings, gifted here to Bennington. The 1-0. High and inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Nisbeth, very capable. Would love to drive these in herself, but obviously she'd take a free pass to first if one is offered. 2-0 pitch. Pulled foul down the right line, or down the right third base line, and we need to get a new softball here as we were out. Nisbeth, then Addison Gillett, then Haley Blake. The next 3 up for Bennington. Still just 1 away in the inning. Callie Bradley could really use a strikeout here if she could find a way to work one. The 2-1. Misses up and out, and the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Nowhere to put Kaylee Nisbeth. Caswell at third, Merck at second, Benin at first. Squaring to bunt on 3-1, pulling it back and taking a strike. And now the count is full. Bradley does not have a strikeout yet. Now would be a heck of a time for her first. Anyway, they can keep the runs off the board and keep this to a 4-run game. Payoff pitch. Taken up the right side. That gets through. Caswell comes in to score. They wave Brooklyn Merck around. It's misplayed out and left by Allen. They're going to wave another runner around. Here comes Benin. Holding up at third with a triple is Kaylee Nisbeth. And it's a 3 RBI, 3 bagger for Nisbeth. That extends the lead here. Not sure what happened. Allen misplayed it out and right looked pretty routine. And what could have been a single that plates one run ends up being a triple. That will plate 3. Addison Gillett takes the first pitch strike. Nisbeth 60 feet away. A 7-0 lead here for the Lady Bulldogs. Pitch misses high. Count goes to 2-0 here on Gillett. Obviously, don't forget Blake, who had the RBI single, is in the on-deck circle. This one taken to third. Routine throw should get her, but it's not a routine throw. It gets by Ayers. That brings Nisbeth into score, and Gillett moves up to second on the air. So Addison Gillett aboard at second on the E5. That's also what brings Nisbeth into score, and the lead is 8-0. Lady Bulldogs. Haley Blake takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Blake singled. Ironically did bring in Nisbeth back in that first inning. 1-0 offering. Lifted up out into right center. Allen tracking it back. Instead, it falls into the glove of Johnson out in center, and that is out number 2. As that will turn things here to Mara Pickering. Pickering reached on a 4-pitch walk back in the first inning. Bennington went all the way through the order in the first. They're one batter making base away from doing that again here in the second. First pitch to Pickering, fouled back where Claire Sanger picks it up in the on-deck circle. Count starts off at 0-1. Bradley not a high-volume strikeout pitcher. Like I said, this year, 28 strikeouts to 41 walks. Brings home the 0-1. That ball hit. Oh, it's stabbed by Heil. Throw to first is, yep, in time. They got her, and that will conclude the second inning. But Bennington strikes for 4 more runs. They take an 8-0 lead. We are back with more of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. When we come back, it's brought to you today by Bennington State Bank.
Something you feel, and when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling, and now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows.
Oh, God. Of course, not. Of course. Yeah, couldn't leave anything alone in front of that. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Nice job. Good job, Mara.
8.
Well, I have the last couple of nights. I was doing them like every morning. All of that. He was doing them. You know what? I haven't seen the last couple of months. Well, he definitely had some help from his surgeries and stuff. I think he's still not completely back. I don't know how much rehab.
I wonder if he, I'll say this, you know, he had a knee replaced.
Yeah.
You don't do PT.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but there's a certain way you can't just go for a walk.
And I think I had somebody come and then he asked me about my chiropractor and he decided not to.
I pray for him.
He's doing all right, yeah. And he's going to go long-term next year.
Yeah.
Nice dog, really nice dog.
Ruiz Torres batting 100 this year, 3 hits this season, including 3 RBI. She's coming to score 12 runs with great speed. Right now trying to get that speed aboard, trying to be the first to do so in this lineup with Grace Heil in the on-deck circle. Blake has been cruising, and her team has given her plenty of run support on the other side as the Lady Bulldogs lead it 8-0. Pitch from Blake in the dirt, and the count goes to 2 balls, no strikes on Ashley Ruiz Torres. Ruiz Torres this year, she's been patient. 11 walks, 18 strikeouts. Close to the team lead in both categories. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, and she'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike here. It's been raining, but it's not muddy. Plenty of dust still kicking up here in Bennington. The 2-1 pitch. Just a bit upstairs. Blake will recollect it with a 3-1 count. Trying to avoid putting on her first base runner of the day. 3 balls, 1 strike. Blake back to work, brings it home. Swing and a miss. Count is full. Ashley Ruiz Torres back in the box here for the Lady Cardinals. Haley Blake looking for one more good pitch to get herself out of the inning. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. It's 4 strikeouts for Haley Blake, and that will turn things over to the home half of inning number 3. It'll be Bennington up to bat. When we come back, you're watching high school softball, courtesy of Bennington State Bank.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage.
Haley Blake back on for another inning of work. She will face the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters here. It'll be Claire Sanger, Gracie Caswell, and Brooklyn Merck. And both pitchers working at a pretty quick pace here and really not messing around too much in between innings. This one misses up and away. The first 2 pitches out of the zone, and the count will start at 2-0 here to Claire Sanger. Sanger struck one well, but did fly out to center field her first time up. Johnson there to make the catch. Here, it's a slow roller to third, picked up by Stout, and her throw to first is in time for out number 1. That'll flip the book back over to the top and to Gracie Caswell, who today has come to bat twice, has reached base twice, and has come in to score twice. That is true of herself, Riley Benin, and Kayla Nisbeth. First pitch, yanked foul. Out ahead of it was Caswell. So far today, Caswell, a single and a walk. And then came in to score On a couple of big hits, one by Brooklyn Clark, the other by Kaylee Nisbeth, both of which end up clearing the bases. Here it's a pitch that misses high, and the count goes to 1-1 strike. This is the third time through the order for Callie Bradley. She's given up the 5 hits, but she's mixed in 5 walks as well. The 1-1. Smacked to short, picked up by Heil, who spins, but the throw not in time. And Gracie Caswell beats out an infield single to put a runner aboard here for Bennington and bring up Brooklyn Merck. Merck singled back in that second inning. She is ready to go here. Bennington spread the love 2 times through the order. 8 of the 9 spots in the lineup have reached base safely at least once. First pitch here misses inside. We've seen Caswell leaning off the bag a little bit. So far, she has not attempted a steal, but you never know. Only stolen base today for Bennington came from Kalia Nisbeth. Next pitch also off the plate. Count starts 2 balls and no strikes here to Brooklyn Merck. Callie Bradley steps back in the circle at the ready here. Her 1-0 pitch. In for a called strike at the letters, and the count goes to 2-1. Merck in the box, smacked one into left field. Her second time up. Here takes it in the dirt. Caswell will turn and head for second. She will round the corner, and she's in on the passed ball. Don't have any field markers here, but we do have the temporary fencing, and I don't believe the dimensions here are all that big. It's a pretty comfortable hitter's park, at least from what I can see. The 3-1 is upstairs, ball 4, and Brooklyn Merck will take her base for the second time today. So that brings up Riley Benin, who so far today does not have an official at bat because she has walked twice. She's coming to score both times. And takes the first pitch in here for a called strike. Ball gets away from Callie Bradley, a casual walkout to get it. No real threat there from Caswell off the bag at second. 0-1 the count to Benin. Still in search of her first hit of the day. Pitch comes home, that's yanked into center field. It gets down, and everybody is safe and up a station. Caswell moves up to third, Brooklyn Merck to second, and Riley Benin loads the bases with a 1-out single to bring up Brooklyn Clark. Clark's first time up, she smacked a double, moved up to third, and then came in to score. It was not an inside the park home run, but it did the same job. She'll take a first pitch strike. It was a well-struck double. Her second at bat, she got under 1 and ended up popping it out to short. Bradley brings it home, and she gets under another. This one out to left field. Ruiz Torres comes in, makes the catch. Throw coming to the plate is not in time. The throw back to third will not happen. And I really feel like Ell-Saline, I figured they would appeal down to third, but they elect not to, so it's a sacrifice fly for Brooklyn Clark. And that will ultimately, well, now they will. I don't think they heard me, but yeah, they're going to go ahead and do the thing here, and well, they got to tag the bag. Okay, and they say she did not leave early. So sacrifice fly brings in Gracie Caswell. Brooklyn Merck moves up to third in the chaos. Benin moves up to second. And here comes Kaylee Nisbeth, who has been an RBI machine today. She's reached base twice, scored twice. She drove in 3 last time up. And here she'll square to bunt, pull it back, and take a called strike 1. Lady Bulldogs up 9-0. They got 4 in the first. They got 4 in the second. They're threatening to score more here in the third. Pitch on the way, hit on a line out to left field. That gets down. It's going to roll to the fence. One run comes in to score. They will wave Benin. The question is, how far is Kaylee Nisbeth going to run? The answer, 3 bases. And she's in with her second triple of the day. This one comes with 2 more RBI. She has now driven in 5 runs on the day. Kaylee Nisbeth, have yourself a day. And the lead is 12 for Bennington. Brooklyn Mert came in to score. Benin came in to score. Addison Gillett now at the plate. Gillett reached on an error back in the second. She popped out on the infield in the first, and she'll take the first 2 pitches inside and a touch high to bring the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Obviously, this is a long-standing rivalry between these two. 2-0. In there for a called strike. They fake the back pick. Now they've got a run down, and they nailed her. Brett Hecker throws out Nisbeth, who was trying to bait a bad throw. Instead, she baited a good throw. And Gillett will be up to bat on the other side. We'll step away when we come back. It's Ell-Saline looking for their first runs of the game. An 11-0 lead here for the Lady Bulldogs. Coverage today is presented by the Bennington State Bank.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Well, that could be an early candidate for our Smart Insurance Smart Play of the Game, presented as always by Smart Insurance, locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. And boy, yeah, it was Brett Hecker who kind of baited. It was both players trying to bait each other into doing something silly, and Hecker delivered a strike for the out. So the top of the lineup due up here. Grace Heil gives this a ride on the run. Not able to make the catch is Pickering. Heil in at second. And it's a leadoff double for Grace Heil. Ell-Saline gets the party started here in the 4th inning. That's the first base runner as well as the first hit for the Lady Cardinals. And a chance to make something of it here as Aubrey Stout comes to the plate. This Ell-Saline team is awesome offensively. You look at their numbers this year. They bat .364. They slug .462. They get on base half the time. And what do we have here? Looks like, yeah, I think Haley Blake requesting a towel to try to wipe off the softball as the rain has resumed here in Bennington. So an 11-0 lead, runner aboard in scoring position. Time is called. Yeah, just trying to get that ball dried off. And it looks like we are, in fact, ready to resume. Ell-Saline hoping to heat it up as the rain comes down. They've got a runner in scoring position. And this ball hit on a line out to right field. It will be taken in by Noon. The runner tags up, and she will be in. Throw is stopped, but Aubrey Stout succeeds in moving the runner up 60 feet. And Ell-Saline, with the potential first run, just 60 feet away, as Aaliyah Allen grabs a bat now. Allen in search of her 4th hit of the season. She has driven in 1. Another hit here would bring in another. First pitch to her, she squares to bunt and fouls it up and off the screen. Good recovery catch there for Benin behind the dish. Blake looking for a strikeout, something soft on the infield maybe. Ell-Saline, it looks like, content to try to force the issue here with a potential bunt. Scoreboard says 0-2. I believe it's 0-1. It is 0-1. Now it's 0-2. There we go. So Allen will have to swing away. Blake way out ahead here in the count. One down in the inning. Heart of the order due up next. Ell-Saline would love to get Brett Hecker in at bat with 2 aboard. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is exactly what Blake needed. And now we get the premier matchup as Haley Blake will face down Brett Hecker. Hecker's numbers this year, ridiculous. She bats .542. She slugs .688. 26 hits, 5 of the extra base variety, and she will plate a run here with an RBI single. Ell-Saline on the board. Grace Heil comes in to score an RBI knock for Brett Hecker and add another RBI to the long tally for Hecker as Bristol Ayers grabs a bat. Cuts the lead down to 10 for the Lady Bulldogs. First pitch fouled back to the backstop. And the count begins 0-1. By the way, didn't have a chance to really touch on it too much here, but a somewhat solid wood backstop. So anything that gets by the catcher is going to bounce right back to him. Don't expect anything to deaden. There's no padding back there. 1-0, hit on a line, a leaping catch by Caswell, and that will end the inning. Athletic play ends the inning. It's an 11-1 lead for the Lady Bulldogs, but Ell-Saline on the board will step away when we come back. It's Bennington for their bad bats in the 4th. You are watching the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you today by Bennington State Bank.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Welcome back to Bennington as we are ready for the home half of inning number 4. It's an 11-1 lead for the homestanding Lady Bulldogs, and they are looking to do a couple of big things here today. They are on a 12-game winning streak. They've got a chance to potentially extend that. But more importantly, I mean, it's all about regional standings, right? We're in the final couple of weeks of the regular season, and playoff softball is going to be here before we know it. Solid inning for Ell-Saline as they get themselves on the board. Now it's Bennington looking for a few more runs. They will have Addison Gillett, Haley Blake, and Mara Pickering due up here to lead off the 4th. And by virtue of the 10-run lead, regardless of what happens here, Ell-Saline is down to their final 3 outs on the other side. Callie Bradley back in the circle for another inning of work, brings it home, and it's in there for a called strike to even the count at 1-1. Gillett so far today popped out and then reached on an error. She was up to bat when the inning ended as Brett Hecker picked the runner off at 3rd. Here it's an 0-2 pitch. It's hit on a line. It's knocked down by Stout. Her throw to first is dug out. And good work as the first out is recorded. That was almost just self-defense for Stout trying to knock it down. But she is able to get the throw delivered in time, and that will bring Haley Blake back up to bat. Blake smacked the RBI single in the 1st. She flew out to center field in the 2nd. She will hit this, right into the mitt of Bradley, whose throw to first is in time, and it's quickly 2 away. Honestly, for Blake and company, I feel like they're just as comfortable. I mean, obviously, you'd love to have a couple of extra insurance runs, but the way their defense and pitching has looked today, Bennington probably just as happy to get back out there and try to find the final 3 outs. Mara Pickering stands in here. So far, she's reached on a walk. She also grounded out. She will swing through the first pitch that she sees for strike number 1. Temperatures continuing to cool here. Actually got a frost advisory. It's been a little chilly here in the latter half of spring. This ball struck well out into left center field. Pickering will turn the corner. She's thinking 2, and she is going to, wow, never stopped running. She's going to head to 3rd. Oh, my goodness, a hustle triple for Mara Pickering. And honestly, probably didn't have any reason to turn and try to go to 3rd there, but my goodness, she is able to take 3rd of her own volition. I think a good throw might have had a chance to get her. So Claire Sanger at the plate here. Sanger gave it a good ride on an F8 in the 1st inning and hits it right back to Bradley to wrap up the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. Bennington looking for 3 more outs to close this one up early. They've got an 11-1 lead. You're watching high school softball coverage here on Salina Post, courtesy today of Bennington State Bank.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Welcome back in on the campus of Bennington High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett handling all of our camera and production duties here today. And it's the Bennington Lady Bulldogs who have an 11-1 lead as we get set to go to inning number 5. And with that 10-run lead, Ell-Saline needs at least 1 run here to try to keep things going. It'll be Callie Bradley, Alana Hyman, and Riley Johnson to start things off. Another inning of work for Haley Blake. She is back in the circle and ready to go, and so far has given up just the 2 hits, a double to Grace Heil and a single to Brett Hecker. As her first pitch here is in for a called strike. We always love the good matchups within the matchup. Today we highlighted Haley Blake and Brett Hecker. That's been a fun back and forth battle. As the 0-1 is in for a strike. Other great matchups today include our producer Brian Dennett battling the white balance as the sun decides whether or not it wants to come out today. Brian also battling the elements as the rain on and off here in Bennington. Pitch on the way, popped up. That'll find its way back here near the concession stand, and we'll do it again on 0-2. Mentioned before, Bradley hitting .292 on the year. 7 hits for her, none of the extra base variety. They've all been singles. Also has 4 RBI this season. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 6 for Haley Blake. And Bennington just 2 outs away from wrapping up the opener. Hyman at the ready. She gave a good ride to 1 back in the 2nd inning, but unfortunately it found its way right into the glove of Pickering, who ran it down. So good contact. Haley Blake's first pitch misses. Facing Hyman, ready to go here. Blake brings it home. That just misses. Not for a lack of trying on Bedine's part. She tried to frame it. Couldn't quite get it in there. And the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Hyman at the ready. Blake brings it home. And it's in there for strike 1. Riley Johnson in the on-deck circle, and then if they can get to her, Ashley Ruiz-Torres. 2 balls, 1 strike. Haley Blake brings it home. Hit well out to right field. That's going to be a 1-out knock. And Alana Hyman reaches base safely. Could be the start of something here for Ell-Saline. The Lady Cardinals got their first and only run of the day back in the 4th inning. It was a Heil double and then a Hecker single that brought her in. So Riley Johnson, the next up here for the Lady Cardinals. Trying to turn this into a rally. Squaring to bunt, getting it down. Who's going to pick this up? The throw to first is high. It gets into right. Everybody will stay right where they're at. And honestly, I mean, with the speed Johnson runs with, I'm going to give her a bunt single there. So it's 2 aboard, back-to-back base knocks. And Ashley Ruiz-Torres coming to bat as we have a meeting in the circle, and that means more than likely, short of a double play, Grace Heil is going to get another chance to bat. You love that if you're Ell-Saline. Heil hitting .405 on the year, has the double. This is likely just a friendly conversation, I would think. I can't imagine a world in which Haley Blake gets pulled here. Still an 11-1 lead, still one gone in the inning. After that, I mean, all bets are off, right? Grace Heil, Aubrey Stout, Aaliyah Allen. If they could get to her, Brent Hecker, but still so much work that would need to be done for Ell-Saline to claw back in a game like this. Nonetheless, we pick it up here. Ashley Ruiz-Torres at the dish. Ruiz-Torres, a strikeout victim back in the third inning. It's not been an overpowering performance for Blake, but she has struck out 6. Squaring to bunt, they'll get it down again. Another sacrifice. Bennington willing to take it. So Ruiz-Torres succeeds in moving the runners over. It's Hyman to third, Johnson to second, and here comes Grace Heil. Heil, an excellent chance to bring in a few runs here. The team's, I would argue, second best hitter. Trying to keep the game going. First pitch, swing and a miss. Heil today, a strikeout swinging and a double with a run scored. She represents the lone run on the scoreboard for Ell-Saline today. Haley Blake brings it home up the middle, and this game will continue. They're going to wave another runner in, and they'll both score. It's a 2 RBI single for Grace Heil. And that will give Ell-Saline a little bit of new life here as both runs come in, and here comes Aubrey Stout. Hyman and Johnson both in to score. 11-3 our new score. First pitch in the dirt, 4-1. Stout at the ready here. On the year, Aubrey Stout batting .368, slugging .553. Really good pop in her bat. First 2 pitches here, though, miss low. And the count starts 2-0 here to Stout. Bennington will also have a chance to wrap it up on the other side. If they can find a way to bring 3 runs across, got to prevent more runs from getting out there first. Throw down to first, just trying to keep Heil honest. What a day it's been for Heil. 2 for 3, a single, a double, a run scored, and 2 RBI. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch coming. Chopped foul, and the count goes to 2-1. 2 gone in the inning. Stout today 0 for 2, a pop out and a fly out. So everything's been up for Aubrey Stout today. Two. Struck well, knocked down though by Merck. Throw across in time. Great play by Brooklyn Merck. And that will end the top of the 5th. But Ell-Saline keeps themselves alive. They get 2 on the board. It's an 11-3 ball game as we go to the next half of the inning here in the 5th. Coverage brought to you today by Bennington State Bank.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush, the freakishly fast frog.
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Bennington High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett, producing engineering, running the camera today. It'll be the top of the order due up here for Bennington. They lead the way 11-3 here over Ell-Saline. Gracie Caswell, Brooklyn Merck, and Riley Benin the next up to bat. And I mentioned before, it's Ben Clark running the show today for Bennington High School. April Siskowski is not in attendance. There's a good reason for that, as Coach Siskowski, her oldest daughter, April, has actually made it to the final round of Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader tryouts. Obviously a huge feat. That's a pretty exclusive club, so Coach Siskowski is out supporting her daughter, and obviously we wish all the best and the best of luck to Bailey Siskowski in her pursuit of that out in Kansas City at Arrowhead. Chiefs season, of course, just about a month away, maybe 2 months away, just following the NFL draft. Here it's an 11-3 ball game in the bottom of the fifth. Gracie Caswell with a 1-1 count will take this upstairs. The sun has come out, as has the rain. Can hear it coming down a little bit here on the tarp. 2-1 the count. Gracie Caswell has had a whale of a day. She's reached base 3 times. She's scored 3 times. A single and a run scored in the first, a walk and a run scored in the second, and a single and a run scored in the third. Bennington led this game by as many as 10. Ell-Saline has since whittled that down. Pitch on the way, hit on a line. It's just foul. That's kind of another thing that I've always wondered with the temporary fencing setup here, because there is no corner. There's no wall. There's no fence preventing it. So if you hit one down the line like that that's fair, and it gets past the temporary fencing, I think it's a ground rule double. If it's not, it's basically a guaranteed inside the park home run for most high school athletes. Another ball struck well out to left, should be routine. Ruiz Torres makes the catch, and it's one gone. That is also, for what it's worth, the first time today that Caswell has been retired. So that's got to feel good, a little wind in the sails of Callie Bradley. Bradley turns now to face Brooklyn Merck. Merck's had a good day. A single, a walk, 2 runs scored. She also flew out to right field her first time up. 11-3 our score. Riley Benin in the on-deck circle. Bradley brings it home, misses high. Really, the biggest shift over the last few innings has been the lack of walks. You got to give credit where credit is due. Bradley has managed to control things a little bit better. Her 0-1 smacked up the right side. Should be a single here. Takes an awkward hop. And Merck will hold up with a single here. So it's 1 aboard. And 1 away for Riley Benin, who has 2 walks and a single. She's also come in to score all 3 times. First pitch to her inside. Count starts 1-0. In case you weren't with us earlier, a reminder, we will have coverage of game number 2 of this doubleheader coming your way approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. This one misses upstairs. The count starts at 2-0 here to Benin. It's been the top of the lineup that's done almost all of the damage, save for a Haley Blake RBI single. This one outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Benin would be content to take a 3rd straight free pass today, especially with Clark in the on-deck circle. Pitch to Benin, called a strike. She was taking it all the way, though. Never any doubt about that. 3-1. Merck aboard at first. Bradley brings it home. It is hit on a line. It is foul. Knocked down by Stout. Over at 3rd. So Benin back in the box. Another 3-1. Ooh, caught chasing one way upstairs. Ruiz Torres drifts back. She will make another quick catch. This one for out number 2. So that brings up Brooklyn Clark 2 RBI double in the first, a sacrifice fly in the third, and an infield pop out in the second. Bradley's had success pitching her up today. Here, a big swing and a ball tipped foul by Brooklyn Clark. And then, of course, you got Kaylee Nisbeth, who's been great. 2 triples, 3 RBI. Actually, correction on my part, 5 RBI. This ball lifted up out to right center. It's caught. And that will end the 5th inning of action. We will step away. When we come back, it's more of our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you by Bennington State Bank.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Before we go any further, got some folks to thank for helping bring you coverage of today's game, especially our presenting sponsor, Bennington State Bank. Hey, make plans to join Bennington State Bank this Friday at their Minneapolis branch for their customer appreciation picnic from 11 to 1. Everyone is welcome and lunch is on them. Swing by for a free barbecue lunch, giveaways, and fun with friends. Also want to thank Twin Valley Schools, small classes, big opportunities in Bennington and Tesket. And fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and at SPost Sports on X after the game to see video highlights from around the area, proudly presented by the good folks at Billings Group. Ell-Saline back up to bat. Aaliyah Allen trying to lead things off with a bunt. Corners pulled way in. Gillett was ready in case of said bunt. Aaliyah Allen, Brett Hecker, and Bristol Ayers to lead off the 6th here for the Lady Cardinals. Corners still playing in, anticipating a bunt here. Instead, it's strike 2 as Allen cuts through one here. Tough day for Allen so far, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Haley Blake has had her number. It's another inning of work here for Haley Blake. Brings home the 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled back here to our screen as the count goes, or rather stays, 0-2. We'll see if we can't take a look and check in at some other scores happening around our area, including a baseball doubleheader going across the way. Right now, Ell-Saline baseball leads Bennington 3-0. This ball hit out to shallow left, but it's caught by Nisbeth. And it's 1 down here in the 6th. Other scores happening right now. We mentioned Ell-Saline baseball up 3-0 on Bennington. You've also got a scoreless baseball game between Ellsworth and Little River. Scoreless baseball game between Salina Central and Newton. On the softball diamond, Salina Central leads Newton 1-0. Other games happening throughout the course of the day. Doubleheaders between Abilene and Buhler, Salina South and Mays, and Minneapolis and Concordia. Brett Hecker at the dish. She's the one that had the big RBI single that got Ell-Saline on the board. Big part of the reason we're still playing this first game. And then, of course, Grace Heil, the 2 RBI single in the 5th to keep it rolling here. Next offering on the way. Hot shot to third. Brooklyn Clark picks it up, rips it to first. And just like that, it's 2 gone for Bristol Ayers. Ayers 0 for 2 today, a pop out and a line out. Callie Bradley in the on-deck circle, also 0 for 2 here. It's a soft nubber picked up by Caswell. Throw to first, got her. So that will wrap up the top of the 6th. We go to the home half. Bennington up to bat. When we come back, this is coverage of our game of the week. It's brought to you by Bennington State Bank.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Back at the ballpark here in Bennington. Sadler Henry alongside you. Also want to say a very special thank you and remind you that coverage of this game is brought to you in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies and by Technical Consulting, your partners in bank-focused IT strategy. 11-3 is our score for Bennington. It will be mostly the heart of the order due up. Kaylee Nisbeth, Addison Gillett, and Haley Blake to lead off the inning here. And it's a good part of the order. Nisbeth has reached base all 3 times. She walked, she hit a 3 RBI triple, and then she hit another triple. Chance to start things here. Lady Bulldogs seeking a couple of runs here in the 6th, or 3 outs on the other side, one way or the other. First pitch to Nisbeth, misses upstairs. Another inning of work for Callie Bradley, who's looked a lot better here these last couple of innings. She has not conceded a run. She's only given up the 2 hits in the 4th and the 5th. It's been a lot of extra base action for Bennington today. They have 3 triples in this game. Bradley sets and brings it home, taken for a strike. Nisbeth threatening to, squaring to bunt. Bennington also capitalizing on a couple of early errors. That has led up here. No errors committed the last 3 half innings for Ell-Saline. So the Lady Cardinals tightening up. This one misses up and in, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. A couple of games that we can let you know about from last night, as we did have plenty of high school baseball and softball action yesterday. Here it's a pitch that misses up and out. Southeast of Saline pulled off a sweep of Smoky Valley on the baseball side, wins of 7-6 and 2-1. On the softball side, wins of 9-1 and 8-1. That's a walk, as that will miss upstairs. And Kaylee Nisbeth aboard here for the 4th time today. Does so here to lead off inning number 6. And that'll turn it to Addison Gillett. Gillett today, a pop out, a ground out, also reached on an error. That came back in the 2nd inning. Takes the first pitch inside here for a ball. An 11-3 lead for Bennington. It was an 11-0 lead going into the top of the 4th. But Ell-Saline got 3 of those runs back. They've kept themselves alive here. 1-0 smacked up the middle. That will be another base knock. Having to get back to the bag is Nisbeth. Addison Gillett with a single. And Bennington has the potential game-winning run aboard at first as Haley Blake back up to bat here for what will be the 4th time today. Blake an RBI single in the 1st, a fly out to center in the 2nd, and a ground out in the 4th. Takes the first pitch here high. Got the runner dancing around a little bit at 2nd. That is Nisbeth, who runs with great speed. Nisbeth just trying to give a little something extra to think about to Callie Bradley. This ball popped up on the infield, caught by Hecker. 1 away. So that brings up Mara Pickering. Triples aplenty for this team. I mean, you look up and down. Nisbeth has 2 triples. Mara Pickering smacked a triple back in the 4th inning. 4 triples in 1 game. I mean, I haven't seen that in a very long time. Can also make the argument maybe that Brooklyn Clark's was a 3-bagger. Either way, 11-2 our score. Pickering at the dish. And she'll take the first 2 pitches outside the zone. The count starts off at 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Pickering back in the box. Pitch on the way. Called strike at the knees. So the count goes to 2-1. Bennington looking for their first runs since the third inning. Ball inside, and the count goes to 3-1 here. Bradley trying to give her bats a chance in the seventh. 3-1. Misses high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Claire Sanger. Sanger is the only batter in the lineup who has not reached yet. She struck the ball well a couple of times. A fly out to center, a ground out to third, and a line out. She'll take the first pitch here for ball 1. This rolls to second, and you saw, boy, Nisbeth thought about it. She will ultimately hold up. 11-3. Bases juiced. Pitch to Sanger is lifted. It finds its way into the glove. And yeah, easy take there is Heil's momentum just taking her in the wrong direction. And it's the rare infield sacrifice fly. Nisbeth comes in to score. And yeah, they try to appeal down to third, but the appeal not awarded. So 2 gone in the inning is Nisbeth in to score, and Gracie Caswell up for the 5th time today. Caswell has had an adventurous day at the plate. A single, a walk, an infield single, and a fly out. She's also come in to score 3 runs today for Bennington. This pitch misses high and outside. The count to 2 balls and no strikes. The important runner is the one standing at second. That's Addison Gillett. With 2 down, Bennington trying to get her in. This will miss high. And the count, I believe, 3-0. Bradley at the ready. Brings the pitch home. That ball struck well. That might have a chance, and it does. It's a walk-off home run for Gracie Caswell, who crushes it over the left field fence. And the Lady Bulldogs are going to take game 1. 15-3 is your final. We will step away. When we come back, we'll have the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. Goes down as a big win for the Bennington Lady Bulldogs. We'll talk more about it on the other side. Coverage of these games brought to you today by Bennington State Bank.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hard-working diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting Ell-Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Welcome back in here on the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. Here to wrap it up, a 15-3 win for Bennington. They get it on a quote-unquote walk-off home run for Gracie Caswell, but boy, there was no doubt about that one. Deep to left center field. It leaves the yard. The game's only full over-the-fence home run, and it leads to a 15-3 win for Bennington. Final numbers from this game look like this. The Lady Bulldogs scored 15 runs on 11 hits, committed no errors, and stranded just 5 runners on base. Meanwhile, Ell-Saline scored 3 runs on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors. They stranded 3 runners on base. Your winning pitcher is Haley Blake. She went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits, did not walk anybody, and struck out 6. Meanwhile, the loss goes to Callie Bradley, gave up the 15 runs on 11 hits, 8 walks, no strikeouts for Bradley. Official game time, about an hour and 20 minutes in the first of 2. And let's go ahead and give out our Vernon Jewelers Gem of the Game. Boy, a couple of good options for this one. I'm going to split it between 2 players, and we'll start with Kaylee Nisbeth, who reached base all 4 times. She walked twice. She tripled twice. She scored 3 runs. She had 3 RBI. Okay, so who could do better than that? Gracie Caswell had a heck of a day at the plate, too. A pair of singles, a 3-run home run for the win, a walk, and 4 runs scored for that. Gracie Caswell and Kaylee Nisbeth split our Vernon Jewelers Gem of the Game. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, hey, guess what? Stick around. We've got coverage of game number 2 of this doubleheader, and the sun is shining. Hopefully that means the rain will stay away for good. So we'll step away. We're back with game 2 in about 30 minutes. Coverage presented here on Salina Post Sports by Bennington State Bank. Welcome back into the ballpark just in time for the start of game number 2. And the first pitch is fouled away back to the screen. Boy, a night and day difference between game 1 and game 2 of this doubleheader, as earlier today, well, it was cold, it was rainy. We were seeing temperatures down at about 60 degrees. No sunshine, plenty of rain coming down. Of course, we broke out the tarp, got ourselves all ready for the eventuality of weather. And as game 2 starts, boy, this is more like it. Classic early spring weather. It's about 67 degrees. The sun is out, and we are ready for another great game here between Ell-Saline and Bennington after the first game went the way of Bennington 15-3. Back in the circle for game number 2, it's Haley Blake. Her next offering will miss inside, and the count starts off at 1-2. Here to the leadoff hitter, Grace Heil. So this one getting started here at about 4:40. And let's go ahead and run you through and take a look at the starting lineup for the Ell-Saline Lady Cardinals. It'll be Grace Heil leading it off from her spot at shortstop. Then starting pitcher Aubrey Stout, right fielder Aaliyah Allen. Big swing and a miss here. They will throw it down to first. And it's a good start to the second consecutive game here for Haley Blake. Aubrey Stout, the pitcher, bats second, then right fielder Aaliyah Allen, catcher Brett Hecker in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's third baseman Bristol Ayers, then first baseman Callie Bradley, DP Alana Hyman, then center fielder Riley Johnson, and left fielder Ashley Ruiz-Torres brings up the rear of the lineup today. On the run, good catch made by Brooklyn Merck, and it's very quickly 2 gone here to start the first. Isabel Porter is your flex for Ell-Saline. She will play second base, but of course her bat will not be in the lineup, at least not here for the start of this game. Haley Blake in the circle for a second consecutive start. Her day started off well enough. She went the full 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits, did not walk anybody, and struck out 6. So a good start, and she is looking to pick it up right where she left off. So far, so good to the first handful of hitters. Allen squares to bunt and takes a strike. And the count starts off at 0-2 in favor of the pitcher. Leah Allen trying to start something for Ell-Saline. It was a quick 3-up, 3-down inning to start things off in game 1. Allen avoids that fate here as she is able to foul it back. First game, 15 runs on 11 hits, no errors for Bennington. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and 2 stranded for Ell-Saline. Blake already 1 strikeout, hunting a second here, brings it home, it's high and away. And the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's take you around the horn. Defensively for Bennington, that'll be Benin behind the dish, Gillett over at first, Caswell at second, Merck at short, and Brooklyn Clark tending to the hot corner at third. The outfield from left to right, it's Nisbeth, Pickering, and Alton Noon. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and a quick 3-up, 3-down inning to start things off here in the top of the first. We'll step away when we come back. Coverage of these games, coverage presented by the good folks at Bennington State Bank.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Back here on the Salina Post Sports Network, coverage of these games brought to you by Bennington State Bank. And it will be Bennington up to bat here, looking for the doubleheader sweep. Let's go ahead and run you through the lineup for the Lady Bulldogs. Gracie Caswell will lead things off from her spot at second base, then shortstop Brooklyn Merck, starting catcher Riley Benin, and third baseman Brooklyn Clark in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's left fielder Kayla Nisbeth, and first baseman Addison Gillett, starting pitcher Haley Blake. And we'll get the rest of the lineup after this. It's a line out to Johnson. Struck well, but right at the center fielder, and it's one away. The bottom 3 spots in the lineup for Bennington: Haley Blake, the starting pitcher, the center fielder Mara Pickering, and right fielder Alton Noon. Straight 9 for the Lady Bulldogs. No flex here for game number 2, and Brooklyn Merck to grab a bat here as the first pitch on its way misses up high. This whole lineup will have to face Aubrey Stout, making her 9th appearance of the season. This will be her 6th start in the circle. And through 27 innings pitched, a 1-4 record, a 12.19 ERA, a 2.85 whip. Control has not been the ultimate forte. 26 strikeouts to 36 walks and 28 hit batters this year. Opponents batting .313 off of Stout this season. Brings home the 1-0 to Merck. It's in there for a called strike. And a correction on my part. The count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here. Taking a look around the horn defensively. We'll get that for Ell-Saline after this 2-1 delivery. And this is high and outside, and the count is 3-1. Brad Hecker starts behind the dish. It'll be Bradley over at first, Isabel Porter at second, Grace Heil at short, and Ayers tending to the hot corner at third. Reese Torres in left, Johnson in center, and Allen out in right. 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. And Brooklyn Merck will take her base. And I really don't think that we're going to see any changes to our new image audio keys to the game. For Ell-Saline, it's going to be keeping the free runners off the base paths. And for Bennington, it's just going to be capitalizing when they do get free runners. Riley Benin takes the first pitch in the dirt. Good stop there by Brett Hecker. It's been the biggest Achilles heel of Ell-Saline this year. As a pitching staff combined, they've walked 84 and they've plunked 48 more. 1-0, misses inside. Benin an easy take. Boy, Benin was rewarded for her patience in the first game of this doubleheader. She walked in back-to-back plate appearances, also singled, came in to score 3 runs as part of the victory for Bennington. Here she will swing at a pitch inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. It was everybody producing for Bennington in the first game, but the top 5 spots in the lineup came in to score 13 of the 15 runs. And included 3 times crossing the plate for Benin. Pitch to Benin, struck well out into left center. It is still carrying, and that will bounce off the fence. Brooklyn Merck holds up at third, and Benin's got a double to start this game. The first hit for the Lady Bulldogs puts 2 runners in scoring position for Brooklyn Clark. Clark started her day off eventfully enough as she hit a 2 RBI double and then came in to score on the same play. First pitch to her, she got jammed, and that will be easy work there. A quick pop out to Heil. It's 2 gone here for Kayla Nisbeth. Nisbeth showcased the power and the speed. She started her day with a walk, 2 triples, another walk, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBI. Nisbeth trying to get Bennington on the board, takes the first pitch. It's across for a called strike. Gillett in the on-deck circle. Lady Bulldogs, like I said, just looking for their first runs of this contest. Stout brings home the pitch. That one hit right back to Stout. She picks it up. The throw to first is in time, and that will end a scoreless first. We're still knotted up at 0s apiece as we go to inning number 2. Coming up next, coverage here brought to you by Bennington State Bank.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hard-working diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Back at the ballpark as we go to the visitors' second. It'll be Brett Hecker, Bristol Ayers, and Callie Bradley to lead things off. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at our area scoreboard as we've got some other games to let you know about going on across the area. Most notably, a baseball doubleheader between Bennington and Ell-Saline. And we do have a final from Game 1. The Ell-Saline Cardinals emerge victorious. They defeat Bennington on the baseball diamond 8-2. In game number 1. Haley Blake back out for another inning of work. Brett Hecker ropes the first pitch that she sees foul down the left field line. Did get clarification. Any ball that tucks inside the line and then rolls beyond the safety fence does go down as a ground rule double, so you can't run forever on that. Hecker had a good day in the opener as she had the RBI single that got Ell-Saline on the board. That was crucial for the Lady Cardinals. Here trying to bounce back, see if they could take the lead. This ball popped up out to left field. Nisbeth is back on it, and she will glove it for out number 1. That'll flip it over here to Bristol Ayers. In game 1, Ayers 0 for 3, a pop out, a line out, and a ground out. Solid numbers for Ayers on the year. Bats .377, slugs .491. Her spot in the box, pitch on the way, misses high and outside. This is essentially the 4th time through the order for Haley Blake. So Ell-Saline, if nothing else, they have seen the majority of her stuff now. And you've got Lady Cardinals getting their 4th and 5th at bats against her here. This one in there for a called strike. And the count goes even at 1-1. Right now, just looking for a good pitch to drive. Ayers standing in. Pitch comes in. That was not the one. Haley Blake climbs the ladder. And the count goes to 2-2. In the first game, Haley Blake, 6 strikeouts. In this one, 2 so far. That one just missing low and inside, and the count goes to 3-2. It was also a perfect first time through the lineup, 9 up, 9 down. But after that, you did see Ell-Saline start to figure out Haley Blake a little bit, and they're hoping that'll translate to this second game. This ball hit weakly to short. Merck picks it up. The throw to first is in time. And it's 2 away here in the second. As the sun has come out, so have the fans. Got a good crowd on hand here for game number 2. Wouldn't call them fair weather or anything. Plenty of them did stick around through the early wind and rain. Check swing for Callie Bradley, but she does, well, they will appeal and they say she did not cut through it. So Bradley stays safe. Count starts off at 1-0. Blake rocks into the windup, brings it home, and misses high. And the count goes to 2-0. Bradley on the year, batting just shy of 300. 7 hits, 4 RBI. Next pitch to her, lifted up. This one drifting over. That's a fair ball. Boy, that thing did not get down in play by much, but it does manage to just tuck inside the white line, and it's a 2-out single for Callie Bradley to bring up Alana Hyman. Hyman smashed 2 balls in that first game, hit one hard to center, the other one into left field for a single. 1 aboard, 2 away. First pitch in there for a called strike. Haley Blake staying aggressive with the zone. Big rivalry here. Lady Bulldogs bring it home. Big swing and a miss, and the count to 0-2. Bennington today in their dark gray jerseys. Black pinstripes, white numerals trimmed in black. Meanwhile for Ell-Saline, it's the red jerseys, black pants, black numerals trimmed in white for the Lady Cardinals. The 0-2. Good looking pitch. Missed it outside. Hyman a good take. And she will get ready to step back in the box here. 1-2 the count. Blake looking for one more good pitch to get herself and her team out of the inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day. And that will send us to the home half of inning number 2. Bennington looking to get on the board when we return. Coverage of these games is presented by the good folks at Bennington State Bank.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
As we go to the home half of inning number 2, it'll be Addison Gillett, Haley Blake, and Mara Pickering to lead off the inning. And hey, fans, don't forget, make plans to join Bennington State Bank this Friday at their Minneapolis branch for their Customer Appreciation Picnic from 11 to 1. Everyone is welcome and lunch is on them. Swing by for a free barbecue lunch, giveaways, and fun with friends. We also want to thank Twin Valley Schools, small classes, big opportunities in both Bennington and Teskett. Another inning of work here for Aubrey Stout after a relatively uneventful first. Brings home a pitch. It's in there for a called strike, and the count is 0-2 here on Addison Gillett. As I mentioned, Gillett, Blake, and Pickering to lead off the inning here for the Lady Bulldogs. They got 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away, but a pop out and a ground out ended the inning, and here it's a ball fouled back to the screen, and the count to 0-2. Lady Bulldogs with the win. They improved to 15-2. They stretched their winning streak to 13 games. They could make it a 14-game winning streak if they could do it again. This one missing inside, and the count is 1-2 now to Gillett. Gillett back in the box. Pitch comes home. Ooh, and it gets her. Boy, you could hear that one. And Gillett wears it to put the leadoff runner aboard, and that's been one of the big problems this year for Stout. That's the 29th batter she's hit in 9 games. So Haley Blake, the opposing starting pitcher here for Bennington, trying to get herself and her team some run support. Lady Bulldogs at the ready. Stout rocks into the windup, brings home the first pitch, and it misses low at the knees for ball 1. Been fun covering Ell-Saline here for the majority of this week. Had a couple of games against Sacred Heart and Salina earlier. That one comes inside as the runner takes off. Honestly, probably would have put Blake aboard at first, but she's got pitching things to worry about and makes a business decision to get out of the way and a big grin on her face. One and one the count. Stout brings it home. That'll miss outside, a wild pitch. And another 60 feet given to Gillett. Brett Hecker, another start behind the plate. That one a little bit wild. Stout, 3 balls, no strikes. Brings home the pitch, misses high. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Haley Blake. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And Mara Pickering coming to the plate. Pickering back in game number 1, smacked the triple, reached on 2 walks. By the way, we have another courtesy runner. That is Olivia Hodges, who is running here for Haley Blake. Hodges came in to score. She pinch ran for Blake in the first game as well. First pitch, that will get by, and here comes the first run of the game. Addison Gillett comes in to score on the passed ball. Also allows Hodges to move up 60 feet. And Bennington on the board with a 1-0 lead. Pickering back in the box. Here comes the 1-0. Pickering chasing inside. The count goes even, 1 ball and 1 strike. The only batter in the lineup for Bennington, who we did not see in game 1, is in the on-deck circle. That's Alta Noon. 1-1 pitch is popped up. That'll find its way back here near the concession stand. Yeah, you got to have your head on a swivel back there. And the count's 2-1 ball and 2 strikes here on Mara Pickering. Pickering back in the box. Stout looking for the first out of the inning. She will bring it home. And boy, that one finds its way to Ayers, who skips the throw in. Bradley able to dig it out. And it's 1 gone in the inning as Hodges moves up to third. It basically works out like a sacrifice bunt. And here comes Alta Noon. Noon, a senior on a squad that is full of them. You look up and down, you've got Kayla Nisbeth, Claire Sanger, Olivia Hodges, who stands on third, Haley Blake, and Alta Noon. That's kind of the main nucleus of Impact seniors this year. Plenty of others as well. It'll be a long senior day ceremony for this squad. First pitch, missed outside. Second pitch just about rang the bell of Alta Noon. Fortunately, it does not. And the count is 2-0. Noon back in the box. Takes low for a ball. A quick throw down to third. Not a bad throw down by Hecker, but not able to get Hodges. Bennington threatening once again. 3-0 the count. Noon in the box, ready to go, and it's high and outside for ball 4. So Alta Noon will reach on a walk. It was a hit by pitch to Gillett, and then a walk to to Blake, and a walk to Noon. And now the top of the order due up again. Gracie Caswell takes the first pitch. They have it designed to play on here. They were content to let Noon swipe second, trying to bait Blake off the bag, Hodges off the bag, and could not. So second and third here for Caswell. Pitch comes home. It's a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Caswell had a monster day in game number 1. So far, a line out to center. And that's it. 0-2 outside. Easy take. And the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stout ready, brings it home. Hanging in there is Caswell. Does just enough to tip that one back to the screen. And the count stays 1-2. Caswell's seen the ball well today. 1-2, jam shot foul down the left field line. Going back to her performance in game number 1, Gracie Caswell. A single, a walk, an infield single, a flyout, and a 3-run homer. 3 RBI, 4 runs scored. She finished the day 4 for 5. So far 0 for 1 here in the nightcap. Pitch on the way. This is high. Also, interesting thing of note, I guess they're not everywhere. They don't have them all around the outfield, but there are lights here if they were to need those, as this misses high and the count is full. You always wonder when you come out here, especially with a 3 o'clock start. I think they're hoping not to rely on that, or should they? But 3 balls and 2 strikes, the counts. Pitch to Caswell, she will take it. Good stop by Porter, but she bobbled it a bit. And Gracie Caswell is aboard with an infield single. It's also an RBI single as it brings in Hodges from third. So Hodges comes in to score. Noon slides up to third. And Brooklyn Merck grabs a bat. First pitch to her, in for a strike. Caswell takes second. 2 across in the inning, 1 away here in the second. After a pretty uneventful first for the Lady Bulldogs, they've turned it on here. Merck hits this one softly, bobbled. The throw to first not in time. And it's another RBI infield single. This one for Brooklyn Merck to bring in another run. Caswell stays put at second. Noon comes in to score. And Riley Benin, who's 1 for 1 with a double in this game already, comes back up to the plate. First pitch to Benin, it's in the dirt. And the count starts off at 1-0. Benin walked twice in the opener. Right now, you've got Caswell aboard at second. You've got Merck at first. And a strike is called. The Stout gets it across to make the count 1-1. Stout just looking to settle in, put 3 on for free, then 2 infield singles. No one's hit it particularly hard as this ball is blocked by Hecker, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count. Benin looking for a good pitch to drive. Here comes the 2-1. And that misses high. You look at it so far, of the 6 runners to reach base, it's been 3 hits, 4 free runners here. Benin might have helped her out. Infield pop-up, picked up by Ayers, and that's 2 gone for Brooklyn Clark. So Clark, who popped out on the infield herself, back up to bat. You feel like Ell-Saline's gotten a little bit lucky with Clark's bat, as every time she's hit it prior to that infield or that first hit double, it's been pretty much, soft contact. Although that eats up Heil at short. 1 run comes in to score. They will hold everybody else up. And Brooklyn Clark is going to reach second base on an error. And E6 keeps the inning going and brings Gracie Caswell in to score. It moves Brooklyn Merck up to third for the second time today, and it brings up Kayla Nisbeth. First pitch to Nisbeth, misses down. 4-0 lead, 2 more runners in scoring position, 2 away in the inning. Ell-Saline just needs 1 good pitch to get out of it. Nisbeth, the 9th batter of the inning. As Bennington has now batted around the order. Addison Gillett, who began this with a hit by pitch, well, would be standing in the on-deck circle. She's not out there now. This pitch misses high and away. She is in the on-deck circle. I just can't see. 3-0 the count. Nisbeth, I would imagine, taking all the way here. Pitch to her, in for a strike, and now she's seen it. Nisbeth hit 2 triples in the first game. So far, a ground out back to the pitcher that ended the first, trying to avoid ending the second. 3-1, a big swing and a ball tipped foul, and that will fill the count. Aubrey Stout's been close to ending the inning a few times. 1 good pitch here could wrap it up, trying to keep the damage to the 4 runs. Payoff pitch. Taken softly to Porter. Oh, and the throw to first, not in time. Porter a little slow on the throw, and Nisbeth is going to leg out an infield single. So that will extend the inning. It brings up Addison Gillett as Brooklyn Merck comes in to score the game's 5th run. And the first pitch just about gets her too. Brooklyn Clark moved up to third. Nisbeth just swiped second. So it's 2 in scoring position again here for Gillett. First pitch almost got her. Second pitch almost got her. Gillett able to get out of the way of both. 2-0 the count. Stout doesn't want to load him up, certainly not with Haley Blake in the on-deck circle. 2-0, also almost gets her. Now a rundown coming to the plate, not in time. Brooklyn Clark, a mad dash home. And that will technically go down as a steal of home. It's 6 across here for Bennington. And Nisbeth moves up to third. Not a bad call to try to throw down there on that. Did get the rundown they wanted, but the throw home just not quite in time. So it's Nisbeth at third, Gillett at the plate, at 2-0 count. And the pitch, a called strike. What you saw there, Gillett was ready to head down to first. Umpire said come back. 3-1 the count. Stout will bring it home. That will be ball 4. And boy, you saw Nisbeth thought about it, and nobody's covering second, and so Gillett will just take it. So it's a walk to Gillett, and then she steals second. Ell-Saline didn't have anybody covering the bag. Haley Blake with a chance to add some more runs to her own cause today. Pitch to Blake again, would have hit her, but she will back off in time. Something different about pitchers, too. Blake does not want to be hit. I mean, nobody wants to be hit, but it's a business decision. 1-0, chopped up the middle. This could end the inning. The throw to first is in time, and that will, in fact, put a stop to the third, but not before Bennington strikes for 6 runs. They take a 6-0 lead as we go to the third here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at the ballpark, I believe it's 6-0, but the scoreboard reads 5. Riley Johnson, Ashley Ruiz-Torres, and Grace Heil. 3 due up here to lead it off for Ell-Saline as we go to the 3rd inning. And the Lady Cardinals do have the first hit of the day. It came for Callie Bradley on a little swing out to right, but it did the job. That is it, though. Aside from that, so far smooth sailing for Haley Blake, who's faced 7 and set down at 6. Blake back out for her second game of this doubleheader. She was the one that went the distance in the win back in game number 1. Her 0-1 pitch, squaring to bunt, getting it down. Blake will pick it up bare hand, throw to first in time. Good throw there for Blake, just in time to retire the runner. So Ashley Ruiz-Torres next up here for the Lady Cardinals, and then it's back to the top of the book and Grace Heil. First pitch, up and in. Ashley Ruiz-Torres this season batting 100. 3 hits on the year coming into this doubleheader. Did lay down a sac bunt. Helped move the runners up back in the first game of this 2-game set. Here it is the 1-0. That's in for a called strike. Ruiz-Torres has seen it now. It's turned into a beautiful day for some high school softball after the cold, rainy start to this doubleheader. Haley Blake delivers another 1-1. It's swung on and missed. And a count to 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Ruiz-Torres trying to set the table for the top of the lineup. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's strikeout number 4 on the day for Haley Blake. And it's 2 gone for Grace Heil. Heil led the game off with a strikeout swinging. All 4 of the strikeouts the first time through the lineup have been of the swinging variety for Haley Blake. She is facing Heil. If you go back and you count the game that happened first, and you should, this is going to be the 5th battle between Heil and Blake, and you have to say Heil's had the advantage. A double, a single, an RBI, and a run scored. Blake brings it home. Big swing and a miss. Got her to chase upstairs. Lady Cardinals trying to build a little something here. Pitch from Blake. Misses inside. Easy enough take for Heil. Heil back in the box, ready to go. 2-1. Big swing and a miss up top, and the count goes to 2-2. I think Benin thought that was a strikeout. Threw it down to third, but just the second strike. You never know. Maybe Blake will wrap it up here. 2-2 from Blake. Keeping it alive. Got a sliver of it. Just enough to keep it up. And a count stays 2-2 here. Aubrey's down to the on-deck circle. Should Ell-Saline find a way to get things over to her? Now the scoreboard's up to date. 6-0. There we go. Now it's a strikeout. And that's number 5 on the day for Haley Blake. It's another 3-up, 3-down inning. We will step away when we go to the home half of inning number 3 when we return. Coverage brought to you today by the good folks at Bennington State Bank.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Bennington High School. It'll be the Lady Bulldogs up to bat here for their half of the third. And hey, if you got some time, and even if you don't make some time, it'll be a lot of fun. Make plans to join Bennington State Bank this Friday at their Minneapolis branch for their customer appreciation picnic from 11 to 1. Everyone is welcome, and lunch is on them. Swing by for a free barbecue lunch, giveaway, and fun with friends. It's all being put on in Minneapolis by Bennington State Bank. Also want to thank Twin Valley Schools for helping bring you coverage of today's game. Small classes, big opportunities in Bennington and Tesket. First pitch swinging is Mara Pickering, who will lead off the inning. It'll be Pickering, Noon, and Caswell. 6-0 lead for the Lady Bulldogs. They got it on the strength of 3 hits. And the free base runners have been kind of a point of contention in this one. Majority of them have come in to score. Lady Bulldogs batted around the order in their half of the second. Pickering cuts the pitch upstairs. And the count is 1-2. Pickering back in the box. Behind in the count, has to get protective, takes it inside, and correction on my part now. The count is 1-2. Also, stay tuned. Check out our Salina Post Facebook page or at S-Post Sports on X. You can see highlights from these games and others all season long. Proudly presented by the good folks at Billings Group. Lady Bulldogs trying to pick up where they left off following the big rally in the second. 2-2. Low and inside, and the count is full. Pickering fell behind 0-2. She's battled back to 3-2. And now the onus falls upon Aubrey Stout to try to record this first out. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Chance to run down to first. Hecker picks it up, and the throw to first is in time. So that is the first strikeout of the day for Aubrey Stout. And it puts Pickering down to bring up Alta Noon. Noon was the flex in game 1. She gets the spot, the 9-hole here in game 2. Reached on a walk and came in to score a run to start this game. That was back in her first at bat. It came back in the second inning. 1 of 11 to stride to the dish for Bennington. 1-0, called strike on the outer half. Stout looking to settle into a routine, looking to find a rhythm here. Had a good first inning. It's off to a good start here in the third inning. Brings home the 1-1. Now on this up and out for ball 2. Take a look at our area scoreboard. Mentioned a couple of finals from earlier today. We'll see what else we've got here in just a moment after this next pitch that misses upstairs for a ball. Earlier today on the softball side, Newton defeats Salina Central 6-2. Of course, Bennington won the first game of this doubleheader 15-3. Ell-Saline baseball defeated Bennington 8-2 in the first game of that set. And for the second time today, Alta Noon reaches base on a walk. So Noon will take her base one away, and the top of the order coming up to bat here. Yesterday, Sacred Heart baseball got wins of 6-5 and 3-1 over Sylvan Lucas High School. Pitch misses high to Gracie Caswell. Also had doubleheaders. Sacred Heart baseball came out. They got some narrow wins. 2 wins by 1 run. That ball hit on a line out to center, but it hangs up and it's caught by Johnson. And that's 2 away here in the third, and a great chance to get out of another inning without giving up any runs here for Aubrey Stout. Right now, across the way, game has gotten away under early, but Bennington baseball. Hope that one gets back to the screen. That'll allow Noon to move up on the passed ball. Bennington baseball taking on Ell-Saline in the second game of that doubleheader. Early on, still scoreless. Game happening just across the way here at the Bennington Sports Complex. 1-0 the count to Brooklyn Merck, who's reached base twice already. She will foul one off. And the count to 1-1 here. Merck reached on a walk and then got to third. She was stranded there. She also reached on an infield single and then came in to score, and that came back in the second. Merck standing in at the ready. Aubrey Stout brings it home on 1-1. That'll miss up and in. See Noon dancing around a little bit off second. Bennington looking for another 2-out rally. They scored 3 of their runs back in that second inning with 2 down in the inning. Stout's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and the count goes even at 2-2. Brooklyn Merck had some big hits in the first game of the doubleheader. She was 2 for 3, reached on a walk. Came in to score 2 runs. 2-2. High and away. And the count is full. 6 runs scored. Just 4 hits. None in this inning yet for Bennington. Payoff pitch. Popped up. That's going to find its way to the fence. A couple of fans ready to make a play over here. Not called upon, fortunately. So Merck keeps the count full at 3-2. Another opportunity coming here for Aubrey Stout to end the inning. The 3-2. This is high. It's ball 4. And Brooklyn Merck will take her base. Alton Noon, who walked aboard at second. Brooklyn Merck, who walked aboard at first. A strikeout of Mara Pickering and a flyout of Gracie Caswell have turned things over to Riley Benin. First pitch to Benin in there for a called strike. Benin got caught chasing the first pitch last time around. Here it's a first pitch take. And the count 0-1. That pitch on the way. That ball struck well down the line. It's under the glove of Ruiz Torres. Alton Noon comes in to score. Brooklyn Merck is waved around. And that will be a 2 RBI double for Riley Benin as Bennington back on the board here in the third. Good work for Riley Benin. Picked out a pitch to drive. That's her second double of the day. And it scores, like I said, Noon and Benin, and it turns it over to Brooklyn Clark. Clark smashed the first pitch that she saw today. Since then, she's fallen behind. You know, she wants another one to drive. Very capable hitter in her own right. Takes inside. It's a called strike. It'll even the count at 1-1. Last time up, Clark reached on the E6. Did come in and steal home, though. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Stout brings it home, misses high. And the count, I believe, is 2-1. No, 1-2. They call that a strike. All right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Clark shortens up on the bat a little bit here. 1-2 from Stout. Low and inside. Six walks, 1 hit batter. It's been the primary issue for Ell-Saline. Chance to get out of the inning. Ooh, off the hands of Brooklyn Clark. Another hit by pitch. Add another free base runner to the mix. And a tough take, as Kayla Nisbeth will come back to bat for the second time today, third time today, at least in this game. Nisbeth's gotten plenty of at-bats. She reached on an infield single and grounded out to the pitcher. Here she bats with 2 aboard and 2 away. First pitch from Stout. Little low, good block by Hecker. Hecker's been a brick wall behind the plate for the most part. Defensively, has kept a lot of additional base runners from moving up in this game. 1-0 the count. Nisbeth at the plate. Here comes the second pitch. That one misses as well. Nobody covering second. All good there for Riley Benin. It's Benin at second, Clark at first. And a 2-0 start to the count. Nisbeth back in the box. Here comes the pitch. You can tell she wants to get a bunt down. It's a called strike. Not a great pitch to bunt on regardless, as she pulled the bat back, and the count goes to 2-1. Addison Gillett in the on-deck circle. 2 gone in the inning. Stout's hoping she'll face her to lead off the 4th. That may not have been the pitch that Nisbeth was looking for. Chases it upstairs. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, 2 gone in the inning, 2 aboard for Bennington. Third inning action. Stout's 2-2 pitch. Boy, she chased it, but it's going to work out, and they wave the runner around. Coming in to score is Riley Benin. Boy, if you go back and you show that to Nisbeth, she's going to tell you she shouldn't have swung, but it works out as an RBI single nonetheless. And for the second time in as many innings, Bennington has batted around. Still 2 aboard. First pitch taken foul down the line. Brooklyn Clark moved up to second. And Addison Gillett, who led the inning off with a walk, is back up for the second time here in the third. It's a 9-0 lead for Bennington. Pitch coming home, misses up and away. We know Clark is content to run the bases aggressively. She baited the throw that came in to score on her own. Back in inning number 2. Here the count is 1-1. Pitch outside, pump fake of the throw. Clark is headed to third. It gets into right field, and everybody moves up another station. So it's Brooklyn Clark up to second. Kayla Nisbeth up. Nisbeth to second. Brooklyn Clark to third. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike here on Addison Gillett. Big swing and a miss. Gillett evens the count. 2-2. Aubrey Stout, 1 good pitch away from ending this inning, getting her team's bats back up. Another 2-2. That ball popped up. It'll find its way foul. And we will do it again. Got an update over on the baseball diamond. Bennington baseball has taken a 3-0 lead over Ell-Saline in the second game of that doubleheader. Here it's another 2-2. It's a swing and a miss. And that will put a stop to the bleeding, but not before Bennington scratches across 3 more runs. They lead at 9-0 as we go to the 4th. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Bennington State Bank.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting Ell-Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
The quick work in between innings continues for Haley Blake, who essentially comes out, takes one warm-up pitch, and then says, all right, let's get it rolling. For Ell-Saline, it'll be Aubrey Stout, Aaliyah Allen, and Brett Hacker to lead off the inning. This is really the teeth of the Lady Cardinal lineup, as these three, alongside Grace Heil and Bristol Ayers, have been very good at the plate this year. Let's not forget, too, this is a very good Ell-Saline team offensively. They have scored 156 runs in 16 games. That is a ridiculous pace. This one will find its way back to the backstop. Unfortunately for Ell-Saline, the pitching has not been there to back it up. And that has led to where they're at right now. 6-11 coming into game 2 of this doubleheader. Bennington 15-2 following the win. This is a Bennington team with an excellent chance to make a run to state. Would love to see them pop up at the state tournament later this month. It's also weird to say that later this month, but yeah, we are in May, and we've got really just 1 week left of the regular season. And a good reminder for all you watching at home, we will have coverage of one final regular season doubleheader ourselves as we head down to Chapman for a softball doubleheader between Abilene and Chapman. That's coming your way next Tuesday. Here it's a swing, it's a miss, it's a strikeout, the 6th of the day for Haley Blake, and she gets Aubrey Stout on a high rise ball to bring up Aaliyah Allen. Allen, 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Like the batters that came before her, her 5th look. Ooh, as that comes in, and did it get her? Yeah, it did. That gets Allen. And just like that, Ell-Saline has their second base runner of the day. And that brings up Brett Hacker with a runner aboard. So Hacker has already put together an impressive day in her own right. Looking for her first hit of game number 2, doing it now with a runner aboard. Takes the first pitch upstairs and fouls it away, and the count starts off at 0-1. Brett Hacker, 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the first game. Bats .542 on the year, slugs .688. Fouls another pitch up and away, and you see Blake, the first 2 pitches high, and now she's got options. She can try to get something to drop off the table, or she can go up high again. Oh, and 2 the count. From the circle, Haley Blake facing a dangerous bat, brings it home. That one hit on a line. It will drop. It's a knock for Brett Hacker. And she is aboard here, 2 aboard with nobody out, or 1 out, for Bristol Ayers. Ayers batting .377, 20 hits for her this season. She did go 0 for 3 in the opener, 0 for 1 here, so 0 for 4 for the doubleheader, but a great chance for her first hit. And Blake pulls it a bit, misses high. First pitch of the inning. Time called here by Ben Clark. And he will come and just wants to have a chat here, I think, with Haley Blake, trying to calm her down after the hit by pitch and then the single given up facing Ayers, Bradley, and Alana Hyman. Bennington will be back in action next week. They take on Republic County, I believe. Team they already beat 20-1 and 16-2 earlier this year. That's the thing, too, for Bennington. A lot of their games have not been close. They swept Remington. They were swept by Inman. They had a couple of close games against Sylvan Lucas, and since then, these are their wins. 21-4, 18-3, 20-1, 16-2, 10-0, 18-2, 15-0, 15-0, 3-0, 13-3, and then earlier today, 15-3. Ayers will foul it off. Count goes to 1-1. Only one gone in the inning, a great chance for the Lady Cards to get themselves on the board here. Blake brings it home. That misses high. And the count's 2-1. Bradley, who has the only other hit today, in the on-deck circle. 2-1. Misses high again. Everything's been up for Haley Blake. Ayers is the last batter in the lineup that had 3 at-bats off of her in the first game. Everyone else, it will be their 4th time seeing her. 3-1 called strike, and the count is full to Bristol Ayers. Ayers looking to keep it rolling here for Ell-Saline, the payoff pitch. It's a number to second. That's got to be interference. The throw to first is in time. And I think that's going to end the inning. It was Hecker who got in the way of Caswell, ran into her. They'll, appeal it down to second. And that is going to end the inning. So Hecker called out on the interference, and then the 4-3 to Ayers. And the top of the 4th is done. We go to the home half. And it will be we'll go to the home half of the 4th when we return. It's Bennington up to bat. Coverage today brought to you by Bennington State Bank.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
To the home half of inning number 4 we go. Coverage of these games, both of these games, brought to you by Bennington State Bank. Hey, make plans to join them this Friday at their Minneapolis branch for their customer appreciation picnic from 11 to 1. That is today, by the way. Everyone is welcome, and lunch is on them. Swing by for a free barbecue lunch, giveaways, and fun with friends. 9-0 the lead for Bennington. The bottom third of the order to lead it off here. It'll be Haley Blake, Mara Pickering, and Alta Noon to start off the 4th inning here for the Lady Bulldogs. Another inning of work for Aubrey Stout. Got out of the first inning unscathed, gave up 6 in the second, 3 more in the 3rd. Bennington has left the maximum number of runners aboard that you can in scoring position. They left 2 in the first, they left 2 in the second, and 2 in the 3rd. Here it is a foul ball. Just about makes its way back, and we got a great snag by a fan back here on the Ell-Saline side. So the count goes to 1-1. Blake at the ready. Stout brings home the 1-2. It just about gets her, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bennington trying to get the top of the lineup. Some more looks. Caswell, Merck, and Benin got to get through the bottom third first. Another ball lifted up. That'll find its way into foul territory and drop harmlessly to keep the count at 2-2. I think I mentioned it before, but Mara Pickering and Alta Noon in the on-deck circle and in the hole respectively. Stout brings home another pitch. It's a called strike 3, and that will open up the fourth with a quick out of Haley Blake. First strikeout looking. Here comes Mara Pickering. Pickering, the first strikeout victim today. She struck out swinging. Back in the third. Takes this one. It's just under the glove of Heil. And Mara Pickering is aboard with a one-out single to bring up Alton Noon. Noon in this game has reached base on 2 walks. She's stolen 2 bases. She's scored 2 runs. Both at bats a carbon copy of the other. First pitch to her, upstairs, ball 1. Count starts off at 1-0. If Bennington can find a way to bring in one more run, they'd have Ell-Saline down to their final 3 outs. That did not mean all that much, though, for the Lady Cardinals last time, as they picked up 2 crucial runs and extended the first game. Did still lead to a 15-3 Lady Bulldog victory. Here it's 9-0 in the home half of the fourth. Pitch on the way, that misses outside. And the count is 3 balls and no strikes. Patience has rewarded Alton Noon. She walked in the second. She walked in the third. 3-0's in for a strike, and if she wants to walk again, she'll have to find a different pitch. Wise to take, though. If you're going to get a free pass to first, you might as well take it. Top of the lineup looming. Pitch on the way. That one fouled away, and the count is full. 2 strikeouts and a single. The last 3 batters to face Aubrey Stout. And now, quick conversation had between Ben Clark and our home plate umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stout looking for another quick out. Brings home the pitch. It is lobbed back to Stout. Easy work. And it's 2 gone here for Gracie Caswell. Caswell here in this one. A line out, a fly out, both to center field, also an infield single. First pitch fouled away to the right-hand side. This is our 3rd softball doubleheader of the week. Don't forget, if you missed it, you can go back and watch the games between Ell-Saline and Sacred Heart from Monday. This one comes in, almost gets Caswell. It's inside. And the count goes to 1-1. And then, of course, on Tuesday, southeast of Saline stayed white hot. They pulled off a sweep of the Minneapolis Lady Lions. This one popped up. Should be easy work for Ayers. And she will glove it for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll step away. We've got 5th inning action when we come back. A 9-0 lead for Bennington here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Callie Bradley, Alana Hyman, and Riley Johnson to lead off the 5th here for the Ell-Saline Lady Cardinals. Be the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters. Haley Blake back out for another inning of work here. So far, so good. Smooth sailing for Blake. Like I said, she went through the whole first game. She pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits, did not walk anybody, did not hit anybody, and struck out 6. So far, she's gone the 4 complete innings here in this one. She's already gotten to 6 strikeouts. She does have a hit batter. She's given up just 2 singles. One of them came to Callie Bradley, who pushed a ball that looked like it was going to go foul, but it tucked inside the line. Bradley reached on that single, and then, of course, a single for Brett Hecker into left field. Those are the only 2 hits for Ell-Saline in this one so far. 0-1 the count. Pitch to Bradley, misses inside. She'll take it. And the count goes even. A ball and a called strike, and they say 0-2. Bradley digs in from the right side. 0-2 pitch, misses high. I think Blake that time shifted the timing a bit to try to throw off Bradley. Trick does not work though. Bradley back in the box here. Back in the first game of this doubleheader. 0 for 2. Here 1 for 1. Pops this one up. Drifting over and making the catch is Brooklyn Merck. And that's 1 away here in the 5th. Alana Hyman, the next batter up here for Ell-Saline. Hyman a single and a flyout in game 1. A strikeout so far in game 2. Blake brings it home. Awkward contact should be a routine for Caswell. The throw to first in time. 2 away. So Riley Johnson, last hope in the inning for Ell-Saline. Johnson, so far, a ground out back to the pitcher. That happened back in inning number 3. First pitch to Riley Johnson. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bennington did most of their damage early. It was 6 in the second, 3 in the third. Nothing across in the first or fourth. 0-1. Taken to short. Picked up by Merck. Throw to first in time. And it's a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. We go to the home half of the 5th. Bennington looking for one more run. When we return, you have been watching coverage of these games brought to you today by Bennington State Bank.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Back at the ballpark here on the campus of Bennington High School. Tyler Henry alongside Brian Dennett producing and engineering. And Bennington looking for the sweep. They got the win 15-3 in game number 1. They've got a 9-0 lead here in the 5th, and they would need just one more run to close it out. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters due up here to lead off the 5th. Brooklyn Merck, Riley Benin, and Brooklyn Clark. And then Kaylin Isbeth, Addison Gillett, if they could get to those bats. But a really strong 4th for Aubrey Stout. She came out, she struck out the first batter, gave up a single, and then a couple of weak infield pop-outs. So Stout settling in a bit. Her first pitch here misses to Brooklyn Merck. Merck has walked twice and then hit an infield single. So officially just 1 for 1. She has come in to score 2 runs, trying to set the table for Bennington as the next pitch is fouled away. That one will find its way back behind the fence. And the count's 2-1-1. Sorry, 0-2. Merck trying to shorten up a bit. Stout hunting her 4th strikeout of the game. Stout brings home the 0-2. That'll miss upstairs. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brooklyn Merck trying to reach base for the 4th time in this game. Reached 3 times, including a pair of singles in game 1. Here she'll take one in the dirt, and the count goes even at 2-2. It's been something we've seen a couple of times throughout the course of this game. A batter will get behind 0-2 and then fight their way back. We've seen that more today than what we typically do. 2-2 to Brooklyn Merck. Hit on the ground. Should be routine. Throw to first. Yep, in time. And it's 1 gone for Riley Benin. Benin has hit exclusively extra base hits in this game. She's 2 for 3, a pair of doubles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. First pitch to her inside. Elects not to wear it off the shoe top, and the count starts 1-0. It's been a correlation between Bennington scoring runs and the free base runners that have been gifted to them in this game, and that's been a pretty strong correlation as this one is across for a strike. Matter of fact, of the 9 runs that Bennington has in this game, only 3 of them have not been put there by Ell-Saline for free. That ball hits softly on the ground, but it eats up Ayers. And E5, and turning to try to take second in there safely is Riley Benin, and she's going to add another double to her day, her 3rd double of the game. And Bennington has that potential game-winning run in scoring position for Brooklyn Clark. Clark has been hit by a pitch, reached on an air, and popped out. This is one of the more dangerous bats for Bennington, looking to pick out a pitch to drive. That was a good pitch to drive. She'll take it off the over the shed. And the count begins 0-1. Lady Bulldogs looking to bring in the runner, at the very least move the runner over with 1 down. 0-1 pitch, another infield pop-up, and Clark gives Ell-Saline their 2nd out of the inning. That brings up Kayla Nisbeth. Nisbeth has reached on a pair of singles today, an infield single in the 2nd, a standard RBI single in the 3rd. First pitch to her, squared to bunt. Pulls it back. Obviously, she's got the wheels to lay down a 2-out bunt. A lot of times you think sacrifice. For Nisbeth, you know she's bunting for a hit. First pitch was a strike. Here, she will swing away, and it's bobbled. The throw to first is a bad one, and the runner's going to go. This would be for the ball game, and it will be for the ball game as Riley Benin comes in to score. And that will do it. Bennington picks up the sweep. They win game number 2, 10-0. We'll step away. We'll have more when we come back. This has been the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you this week by Bennington State Bank.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in here one last time. The Commercial Tire Center post-game report as we wrap this one up. It goes down as a 10-0 win for Bennington. They won the first game 15-3. They win the nightcap 10-0. And with that, let's get into some final numbers from game number 2. The Lady Bulldogs strike for 10 runs on 8 hits. They commit 2 errors. They strand 7 runners on base. For Ell-Saline, no runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left on base. Haley Blake picks up the win. Aubrey Stout picks up the loss. The game took officially 1 hour and 10 minutes to complete. A Mercy Rule victory for the Bennington Lady Bulldogs. With the sweep, Bennington improves to 16-2. They push their winning streak out to 14 games. Meanwhile, the Lady Cardinals of Ell-Saline will drop to 6-12. And unfortunately, the Lady Cardinals are now on a 6-game losing streak. Our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game for game number 2. Honestly, though, for the doubleheader across the board, Haley Blake was incredible, and we're going to give it to her as she goes 5 innings, gives up no runs on 2 hits, does not commit any walks, and strikes out 6. So Haley Blake, our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game for game number 2. That is going to do it for us. We've got one more regular season game of the week coming your way next Tuesday. Stay tuned for that as the Chapman Lady Irish host Abilene. It's 2 more softball games to wrap up the regular season. Then we will get into regional action across this state and across north central Kansas. But until then, I've been Tyler Henry one last time for our producer and engineer, Brian Dennett, saying thank you so much for tuning in. You caught both of these games courtesy of Bennington State Bank.
This has been a presentation of Eagle Media, Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and Salina Post Sports. This has been your Game of the Week.